Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Darcy. I was playing in my art journal yesterday, and this is one of the pages I did, and all my strings are from my book are getting stuck in my drawer. That's fun. And somebody asked me how I did this background here. So I'm going to try it in some different colors though today, but the basic thing is what I do with the gesso underneath. And I did it on this thick, it's what was it? Was it the back? I think it was the back cover of a, National Geographic. So it's shiny paper. I'm assuming you could do it with any paper. So maybe I'll go ahead and do it here, and that way we have the shiny paper over here and just the mixed media type paper over here. And instead of the blue, I'm going to try some other colors. But basically I use gesso, a brush, a tissue, and an oxide and an ink. That's how I did it. So yeah, that's it. That's all. But I couldn't tell you, like, when I used the tissue to dry my brush. Oh, and it's not a good brush. It's I had glue on it at some point. And so I'm going to use the same brush I used yesterday. I think any brush you use could be used. I think the important thing though is to get a thick coat of the gesso. And so that's what I had done first. I had I'm gonna have to get some more gesso, apparently. Let's move this here now. So I just I'm actually gonna leave some of the blue showing on this, I think. All right, and then I just kind of went like this with the tissue. So yeah, that's how you get that that effect. You just take your tissue and you don't blot hard, you just kind of blot down. And that's how you can try to come out to the edges so that it will look like a big giant puff of, well, probably mushroom spores by the time I'm done. Right, throw that away because now it's covered in gesso. And let's try it on this side if I have enough gesso in here. Oh, I thought I was going to have to go under my desk to get more gesso, but I'm not. I'll have to go in my son's closet. That's where it is now. I've overtaken his closet. He thinks I have to pay him rent. I told him he lives here rent-free at age 20. I don't think I have to pay him a dime. This time I'm actually patting a little bit harder just because this gesso is a lot thicker. So, and then, how are my pages here? I might have to do like I did yesterday and take my plastic to that I pressed harder on, so it's going to have a different effect. It's not going to be as floofy. Floofy! It's a technical term. Alright, stick my brush back in the water to get cleanish. It's got glue in it. It'll never be totally clean. I thought of taking some turpentine to it. And I move my chair off of my... This is my... I need to clean it, I know. But this is what I used yesterday, so I figured I better use it again today. Yes, there's a mess under there. So, I'm going to take my lighter one in the middle, because that's how I did it yesterday. I did the oxide in the middle, and then some of the, what is this? The ink, Distress ink on the outside. And I sprayed it. You don't have to have this spray bottle. I think any spray bottle would work. And then I didn't want squares, so then I took my finger and swirl. Oh, there's a bird on our screened-in porch. Swirled it around, and it's why there's still. That's from a different day. That's from a different color though. I still have green ink from another time. And then, oh shoot! You know what I forgot to do? Forgot to dry the gesso. Excuse me while I dry the gesso really fast. That's supposed to be dry when I put the ink on. Oh my goodness. yeah, I guess the main part would be just, you know, putting down a thick layer of gesso and using your tissue to get that texture. And I'm pretty sure that that's what she was asking about, was that texture. So still wet in some places. Side's still a little. And my phone's plugged in. I should probably unplug it so I can stop hitting it with the heat gun. Alright, we're gonna call that good. We're calling it good. Alright, and here's the hard part. Is I had a piece of music paper I was using for drop paper. I don't know where that went. Who knows? It's not big enough. Alright, just grab another piece of music paper. The thing about the music paper is if it gets ink on it, I can still use it. Alright, so this would be easier if you just had a piece of paper and not a whole book. So I'm going to take my gessoed pages, and I'm holding the rest of the book up, so that might help some. And so obviously the green and the brown are going to have a much different effect than the blue night sky did, but that's alright. The fall journal, I want all kinds of, I want some grunge, you know? Yeah, and I don't want to get oxide on it. Where'd my spray bottle? Goodness. And I go, alright, my ink is like way over here now. Let's turn this. Oh my goodness. And swirling and just using our finger and swirling and getting the inside of that page on there. And some more of this page on here. And I'm just going to be good with that. And I don't want to waste that. So I'm going to take my music page that I had and just get some of that up. Oh, I'm dripping here. Let's just do that a little bit. Oh my goodness. So yeah, like I said, it's going to look a little bit different than... Wipe that off in a minute. I don't want to deal with it right this second. That's part of our problem, isn't it? Just don't want to deal with stuff right this second. Alright, now my books. But hopefully you can see some of the white still comes through, and you've got that texture going on in there. And then on the other side there's a little bit of the texture, but there's a lot less ink. But still kind of cool. And then, once this dries, I did some stenciling on the other one, and I did some distressing, I think. So, let me dry this real quick. I know from experience that you guys can hear me when this is on. I mean, you don't have to listen to me talk while I do the heat dry thing. But you know, at least then you're not just watching ink dry. So, let's see, I don't think I have any new subscribers this week, but, you know, I appreciate all the subscribers that I've had from day one and all the ones that have happened from then. And day one was pretty much a little over a year and a half ago, right around my birthday, April, when I started, when I was attempting to do some, videos on like exercise and stuff, you know, to encourage other people that they could do it too. If I could do it, they could do it. Guess what? I couldn't do it. So nope, you can't do it either. No, I'm just kidding. Keep trying. Never give up. I'll get back to it at some point. Right now, well, it won't be today, because today it is like second day of rain. Not as bad as Florida's getting. I'm not have been paying attention to the news, and so I was like, what is this ETA thing? Is that like the name of the storm? I'm confused. But anyway. And then when I did the other stenciling, I did the ink that I had in this. So I think I might do that on this as well. Just trying to make a little grungy, which of course then the whatever's on my stencil came through there too. Where is my stencil? I just saw it. I had it. It's right here. Alright, so I'm doing green and... oh, the black one is green. Alright, it's a different color green. So I got, these are like much fatter. But I got the ones that are the colors. So that at least I can keep them in that general color family when I'm using them. Does that make sense? See, I got a little bit of burlap in there. I'm not happy about that, but brush it off right now and hope for the best. So now I'm just doing like I did before and adding some Distress ink with my stencil, my broken stencil. Take this broken stencil. Do 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 do. Yes, I love myself a Harlequin. This helps fill in some of the white spots too, to make it a little bit less white everywhere. I don't know what my obsession is with getting rid of the white all the time. I'm not opposed to the color. Oops. Would help if I get it closer to the light. One thing I like about Tim Holtz is this kind of a stamp is, you know, you can match them up. You don't have to match them up, but you have that ability. So that way if I wanted to cut it somewhere else, I could. And it would still all kind of match. Unless I like move it while I'm using it. Not supposed to move it. Not supposed to. Oh, and the colors I used, the oxide was the frayed burlap, and the greeny looking one is Forest Moss. And I just ordered the new color, which looks like it's going to be very Christmassy, and I'm very excited about it. Try to wipe that off a little bit because it's not just green. And when I go to, let's see, where's my, maybe I'll go ahead and take my bundled sage and just add a lighter green to the background. And then whatever I add to this should pop nicely against the green, like if I do like some orange leaves or something like that. So yeah, that's basically how I got that texture for that background. So let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a little catch up in here too, because I've been working in this book without recording everything. Am I too close? I guess I better come up a little bit. Whoops, those are people's names. That's from my live on Sundays in Junk Journal with Penny on Facebook. Yes, my desk is a mess. Okay, so that should work, right? So that was, of course, I did this one on video. I did add him. Since then, that was my first one. Oh, and I added that too. So sometimes, you know, even if I do something on video, I might come back and do stuff to it, like these doodles and stuff I did after the video. And you got a pocket here with a couple. I kind of wish I had stuck one of those in that sunflower journal. I have some naked journals in my shop, Eclectic Junk Journals. They're fall inspired. I don't write much, so I just wrote October 2020, just a bunch of stuff about October 2020. And then this little tag that slips in this pocket, which I finally decorated this pocket. Excuse me, which I might add to at some point. And then this, which I use the Fabric Fusion. Ugh, I think I'm going to toss all my Fabric Fusion. When I did this, my fingers hurt for a couple days, and it just is awful. So, but that was one when I was trying to organize, still need to organize. You know, when I thought she was holding a broom. Those are tulips. And then this one is one of my favorite ones. I just love the colors and the texture paste, and I don't know. And then I left some of the page blank here, which still has like the greens and oranges in it, even though it's just like pieces of whatever letter he was chipping away and nails. This one I did yesterday. More Harlequin. You know me, I like my Harlequin. I just did some collaging in the background. Then I put the napkin on, and then I tried doing something with paints and inks, which I didn't like, so then I just used my palette knife and just scraped on some acrylic paint, which is Seafoam Green, and added some stenciling and stamping on top of that. Which here I just have the acrylic paint and the stencil a little bit. And then that was from this side when I did, you know, the thick gesso with the tissue, and then the colors I used on here, I used the Faded Jeans Oxide and the Chipped Sapphire ink. And if you can see the Harlequin at all, that is like right here. That's the sapphire ink. And then this is just the, you know, left the splotch that got on that side. Because I kind of wanted to keep this, I think, because it has the ghost train. And this also, the, you know, the Halloween stuff. Probably leave. I haven't done anything with these pages yet. Might cover up that one. I don't know. Because my grandfather liked planes, and he was kind of funny. Not quite Joker mean or anything, but see, I just like these all just for the Halloween aspect. And then that's the background we just did together. And got the back of that page nice and dirty. And then this is just little fall Calvin and Hobbes, and I just added a little thing to the edge to decorate it a little bit. I won't paint over him. I could paint over this. This I probably won't paint over either because it's the haunted house. This, not sure. I don't know. It's got Frankenstein in the, so I might leave him. That's the cluster that I did. One of the clusters. I call it my I Spy cluster. In my first live on Junk Journal with Penny, which was October 11th, so it's been 1 month since I started doing lives on there. Then I added a little bit of collage on this coloring page. Some collage on this pocket here. And I wrote Happy Place. Oh, I had a stamp, but I had to write over it. And then, oh, it flips out, and then, you know, that beautiful fall picture, which I think was from an Ideals magazine. And then the swans still stick out here. And I made that into a pocket. This is a pocket and a flip out and a place to journal if you wanted to. Let's see. I collaged this. This is from an Ideals magazine. I'm from New England, so kind of like that. I'm not covering up my otter. I love my otter. And that is just a watercolor doodle I did last year sometime. Another Ideals page, which is just pretty. Sometimes they're just in there to look pretty, and sometimes they're in there to match the page next to them, because this was the one page that had the entire mouse, so I'm keeping him. And then I did add to the leaf page with all the blowing leaves. That was a day where I was feeling kind of down. I don't remember if I said I was feeling Eeyore or not. So I added, I look on the bright side if I could find it, because that's just how I felt that day. And a little more Winnie the Pooh and some collage. And this was the Total Junk cluster that I stuck here. I stuck it there for, what is that? Oh yeah, it's a staple. And there's still glue on the back of that card that I used. So that's all from Junk Mail. And a little tab, put that leaf on there. And this was one of the mixed media mashups that I did, where they were kind of teasing Penny about the splatters and stuff being messy. And so I made it, you know, that's my life is messy. Why not make a mess on purpose? Make a mess, play, make art. I really like this with the texture paste. And then I did some napkin decoupage and got my squirrel. I attempted to draw my own leaf. I might have to doodle over that to make it look more like a leaf. And this was my Lazy Sunday collage that I had in my mind for a while before I even did it. And that nice little bird there. And this is the mixed media mashup from this week, which apparently I closed too soon and the paint stuck together. And this is what I added after the video, the bird and the flower and the kind, and I distressed it all. And just more pages that I can do stuff with. I still got some more time. Autumn doesn't end until what is, as it's winter solstice, December 21st. So, you know, I've got till December 20 to fill this book up, or I can just add to it next year. I think this was a mixed media mashup too, and I love the colors in this with the you know, it's rhubarb actually, but the burgundies and the oranges and the golden yellow, mustard yellow, and the eggplant. And then I just for fun did advice from a squirrel. Plan ahead, stay active, spend time in the woods, go out on a limb. It's okay to be a little nutty. And then more pages. I think my next glue book art journal that I make for winter, I'll do on video for y'all. And so this was another mixed media mashup that we do on Mondays, and that flips out. So we have, oh, and I did A through Z fall words. So like there's leaves, breezy, crunchy, nature, moody, pumpkin, delightful, golden, thankful, quick because the days go quick, the whole season goes quick, vivid, the vivid colors of fall, all kinds of words, A through Z. And some leaves, I did better drawing these leaves, I think. And then I added the skull and the pumpkin I added after the video that I did that day, and all the words I added after. So that is that. And then this little brad, I can just stick that there, and that holds that in. And I might put something over that. Don't know, I haven't got to that page yet. And then, oops, oh yeah, I forgot. This holds this over here. So this was the hashtag October Love that I did in a collaboration with Jovi, creating with Jovi, I think it is. The world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. So she wanted us to do all the things we love about October. So I had like the berries and the leaves and the colors, sunflower, squirrel, hedgehog, you know, animals. And mine is a 2 spread. Halloween, cranberries, I'm from Massachusetts, hot cocoa, some of the daisies and stuff that grow, and the pumpkins, school supplies, I love school supplies, and Halloween, more Halloween. Cats I love too. It's just, that was fun to make. Thank you, Jovi. And this one I did not do on camera. Just took some digital pages, and I think this was from one side, this was from the other side probably, and I just kind of spread them out and added ink and stamping and just used some, oh yeah, this was I used the unbleached cone-shaped coffee filters, and I'm not sure if this is a used one or a new one. I've been trying to save some of the ones, like I emptied them out and I rinsed them out and I let them dry out. That's just a drop page from the, you know, that I added to the journal. And then a book page. Is there anything else back here? Oh, and I just added this. This is another digital. These are from this one and the other one are Antique Papery. It was from a retired set. Like, she's selling these again individually, I think, but there was like a whole big set that was like half price, and so I got a whole bunch of her digitals that day. Badger, and that's it. And then the cover, which is the squirrel, which has a little crown, and a hedgehog, and some just all kinds of junk everywhere. And then on the back is the owl and the fox. I couldn't put them on the same page because I didn't want the owl and the fox to eat the hedgehog and the squirrel. Am I the only one? Because I know there are people that won't cut off somebody's arm. And then there's the deer, and this has a pattern, and it's just all dark and grungy. But that pretty much covers it anyway. So that is my autumn art journal, which was preceded by that background that somebody had asked me about. So that is all I have for right now. I need to go work on some Christmas stuff, and I might have to record that just so I'll actually do it and stay concentrated enough to do it, because you know me, I get more done when the camera's on. I have issues. Oh, do I have a question? What is your favorite woodland? What's your favorite animal? All right, Jovi. I know it's gonna be flamingo. Besides the flamingo, Jovi, what is your favorite animal? All right, it can be a flamingo. What's your favorite animal is the question for today, and you all have a delightful day. I love you all, and I appreciate you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.